Good evening. It's your girl, Claudia Jordan. Welcome to Cocktails with the Queens. I'm back with my favorite girls, Vivica A. Fox, Lisa Ray, and Selena Johnson, all looking fabulous. Now, we're here to dish about everything trending on social media and in the news. And later in the show, I know y'all seen the social media posts, so y'all are here to see what's going to go down. We are ending Women's History Month with two legendary Grammy Award-winning artists, Dionne Warwick and Latasha Scott Bivens. It's gonna be quite the show. What's up, Queens? How was y'all's weekend? What y'all do? Who was you with? What y'all doing?
Child,
I was knee deep in AAU tournaments, child. It was an AAU tournament fest. I drove down to Augusta, Georgia for an icebreaker tournament for KJ. He plays on the Georgia Stars EYBL team, which is like one of the highest Nike circuit teams. And they won first place. They went undefeated.
Yay!
Nice. Yes, honey. They whooped everybody. They played very, very good. So it was successful, but it was a lot because then you have to turn around Sunday, drive back, and then get Kingston, get the kids ready for school the next day. And then Kingston had a field trip, and so I've just been in mommy mode, all weekend.
All right, sounds fun. Okay, yeah. Vivica?
I had a fun weekend. I did. I took my beautiful goddaughter, Princess Iman Joelle, to see Lion King. We had such a wonderful time, followed that by a lovely dinner. And I am now here in DC about to direct BET Plus, the First Lady of Black Mafia Family, the Tanisha Welch story. So y'all gonna be seeing me for a while coming up this next month. I'll be here in DC directing. So I'm cute this week. I might be getting director mode a couple other weeks where I'm like, what's up? Y'all good?
Okay. Well, congratulations, Vivica. That's popping. That's
Thank you.
Love it.
I'm so honored. I'm so honored. Yes, thank you.
And you know what? I noticed that when Selena started saying that she was, doing the basketball mom thing, and then Vivica was like, oh, yeah. I thought to myself, I am so damn glad that we didn't have no boy as a grandbaby here, because I'm not into any of that. I could give less than any kind of damn about it at all.
But you would.
I actually thought she was going to say that she was into the NCAA March Madness tournament. Excuse me.
Oh, that too. In between
yes, me too. Because girl, there were so many upsets this weekend.
Yes,
and y'all know I'm a sports junkie. And to all of our sports fans out there, I always try to get the Queens to talk about sports.
And you do.
Houston losing. Vivica, yeah. Houston losing, first of all, was a fool. Yes. Houston.
Well, I mean, there's no number ones in the first time in history.
Correct.
Lisa Ray.
Yeah, there's none. I'm sorry, Lisa Ray.
Oh, no, that's okay.
How was your weekend real quick? I'm going to make sure we get to you as well.
Oh, well, you know what? I am back in LA from, all of the arrangements from my mom and getting myself back together, taking my time. So I was looking forward to being back here with you all. At least every Monday makes me have to shake up and shake out of that old, and not to be a Debbie Downer, but, still dealing with it. And my new normal will be, in the house without her. But we're getting along, and day after day, day. I just got to take it day by day.
Well, you look great.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You look great and refreshed. My mom was in town visiting, and she helped me organize my place. We were like kind of doing house stuff and getting furniture and picking stuff. And my mother was going through every little thing. I was like, Mom, don't go in that drawer. So
what did she find, Claudia?
She was like, is this a massage? I'm like, yeah, Mom.
Oh my God.
I said, Mom, I have pinched nerves in my back.
Correct.
Okay.
That's exactly what they're for, pinched nerves.
It sure is, pinching some nerves. Anyways, ladies, what y'all sipping on tonight? Everybody drinking tonight?
I got a little something.
My usual, Pinot Noir.
Trying this little organic wine again, just seeing how it's going.
And I got the cue for all of us queens. I got
Okay. And Vivica, you got your Pinot?
Yes, absolutely.
Pinot.
My favorite drink.
All right. I'm just sipping on lemonade. So I'm gonna try to behave tonight. Whatever. Okay, ladies, let's get to some topics. Jonathan Majors was arrested over the weekend for assault after a woman claimed that Majors struck her across the face with an open hand, which caused substantial pain and a laceration behind her ear. She also alleged Majors grabbed her hand and put his hands on her neck, causing swelling, bruising, and substantial pain to her neck and hand. Now, Majors' attorney denied the allegations and says the evidence would prove the actor is innocent. Let's go to you first, Selena. What are your thoughts on these allegations? And is it because he blew up so fast, or is there something to this? What do you think?
Well, Claudia, actually, guys, I don't know on this one. I'm kind of torn in between the middle because his lawyers did say he didn't do it. They denied it vehemently. And they were like, the video is going to show that he's innocent and all of that stuff. He doesn't really have a history of this kind of violence, which is also kind of like, giving me a little bit of pause. And also, too, you have to remember in the state of New York, correct, Claudia? They were in New York?
I think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in the state of New York, whenever there is a domestic violence, and this is in most states, whenever there's a domestic violence discrepancy and the police are called, somebody has to get taken to jail. It's the law. Wow. So it doesn't necessarily mean that there was an assault. It just means that someone has to be taken to jail. So when you have those kinds of things, as part of the play, I can't really sit here and be like, he's terrible. Now, if he did do it, he ought to be ashamed of his damn self. And why these men can't get it together when they blow up and then they act a fool, that's how I feel about it if he did do it.
Okay.
But I do have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he is saying that he did not do it. And he said that there's footage that's going to prove it. So,
and I concur with Selena because I just hope that this is not what's going to be attached to his name when he's on such a great journey. You know what I mean? And it always seems to happen that way. When you blow up, then something or somebody want to tear you down with something. And I just don't think that's fair. So I am looking forward to him presenting the evidence, and presumably he's innocent. I will say this. Just because it is something of violence and there's a man and a woman, don't necessarily mean that the man started it, and doesn't necessarily mean that the woman started it. You know what I mean? So something happened. We know that something happened for him to go to jail and for her to holler whatever. You know what I mean? But she could have just been looking for a check too. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say that it's him or her. I'm just going to wait.
There's a lot of confusion around the story, Vivica. I want to ask you because there were reports that came out saying that she recanted her story and that she took it all back and everything's been dropped. But then people in the chat are saying that that's just something that the lawyer put out. So we really don't know where it's at. It's like kind of all over the place. Viv, do you have any insight on this, or what do you think about this?
I don't have any insights as far as knowing the super scoop. Too much is given, much is expected. The fact that he had this humongous army campaign that, it was just mega, that it was immediately pulled. Fellas, ladies, when y'all start getting these big old contracts, please watch the company that you keep. It's as simple as that. It's called making good choices. Everyone that's around you ain't always for you. The higher you go, the thinner the air. Watch the company that you keep. Sometimes people are around you because they want to be you. They want your coin. They want to figure out any way to get exposure. People are clout chasers. So watch the company that you keep. Make good choices. Keep your circle small. And I just hate to see this happen to Jonathan. I just met him at the premiere of Creed. He was a gentleman, so talented, so quiet. He doesn't have social media accounts. He's really one of those actors that is to himself. His Ebony spread that he did, simply stunning, beautiful. This has been your year. Don't let them take this away from you.
Well said. And brothers, I'm talking to you, my brothers. You already know where I want to go with this. Listen,
I'm glad.
Isn't that hard to just?
I'm glad you said it.
Come on, man. You know you can't get away with it with them. They're already looking. They looking. And I hate to
say them. What you mean, them as women or them as white folks? What you talking about?
Well, it's been a couple white women that are saying this. Not to say you can't interracially date, because I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for that. I'm just saying you gotta watch yourself, because they're gonna believe your accuser before they believe you. We've seen this happen since when? 400 years?
1600. Okay.
So I'm not saying love who you love, like who you like, hang out with who you want to hang out with. but you got to button it up when you're at this level. Like Vivica said, you have to button it up and you got to like be a little bit, you got to tighten up.
Well, Claudia, it could actually be like what one of our next stories is going to be, that, you know, this young lady, you know, saw him in the movie and saw he all bodied up and wanted to feel that hand on her throat, on her neck, you know what I'm saying? And just, it could have just been some type of, you know, fantasy type of something, you know, they both blanked out, you know what I mean? It was like, ooh, it could be. Let's just stay tuned.
Lisa Ray, stop speaking from personal experience.
I know. Yes, she had a little flashback just now.
And she was like, and it just turned.
It turned everything into a freaky story, child. This one here.
Ooh, okay, well, brothers, just be careful because it's getting worse again. We're going through the same cycle again. All right. Hey, ladies, a man recently broke it off with his girlfriend after she received a black dance from Chris Brown at his concert. Now, the man wrote on TikTok, just to update everyone regarding this Chris Brown concert, I'm no longer with my girlfriend, but she said she doesn't think what she did was wrong. Do y'all think he's being petty? Lisa Ray, she got a lap dance from Chris Brown.
And what was she supposed to do? She had a concert. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm sure it was just for entertainment. You know what I mean? And this isn't the first time. And she didn't have no sex. And I'm sure she didn't take her boob out and was like, here, fondle with this too then. You know what I mean? I'm sure that it wasn't that. So it's almost like relax because he sound insecure to me. Did he take her backstage and maybe exchange numbers and maybe she was gone for an hour or something? But if it wasn't that, he put her ass back in the stage to you, then what the hell is the problem?
Child, he was there, Lisa Ray. The boyfriend was with us. So how you let it go on the stage then if you're that insecure? You're at a concert. What do you think when she walking, the whole time she walking up there, what do you think? And they gonna go up there and do the hokey pokey? Like this Chris Brown. What is you saying? Like that's done. I can see you getting salty, having an argument, and then do some makeup sex. But a whole breakup, that's dramatic. It's given insecure.
Mm-hmm. Vivica, what you think?
But is the insecurity there because it was an African-American man?
Oh, I see who's nasty now, huh?
That picture, didn't you?
Just saying. You know, it's like, oh my God, you let that black guy rotate, you know, like that on you. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bruh. You're supposed to be secure in the bedroom, like, okay, but you wait and see the dance I'm gonna give you when you get home.
Oh, correct.
How about that?
The people said,
how about that? That's what you do. Learn.
The people said,
learn. You know what I mean? Like,
Selena,
you can't go and see somebody drop it like it's hot and see that you turned on your girl and go, oh, okay, is that how you like it? Okay.
Vivica, Selena's trying to slide in some tea that I'm not going to let it slide. I want to hear what she.
Vivica, Hunty, the people had said, the streets was saying that Chris is doing his thing down there, that's not like a secret. So maybe he knew.
Wait, what do you mean? What effort do you mean?
Right.
You know, like you know the little emoji that's the eggplant on our phone.
Now it's been known that Chris Brown could throw that.
Oh, so you're saying he's blessed and highly favored?
Wait. People say how did he do it that quickly with a lap dance, Selena?
You can feel Vivica. We done all. You done went on a strip club tour and headlined it.
Okay.
You know what they be doing all of that. And
that ain't sex.
You feel it though. It flappity flaps around.
But still,
Vivica.
Oh, my boys are excellent. Don't get that twisted. They earned all their tips every night. But I mean, that shouldn't kill you to pick up with your girl. You know what I mean? Like you said, they wasn't going up there to do the hokey pokey. That, you know, it's like when you go to the Janet Jackson concert and she ties you up, you already know what's coming.
Right.
I think he should have been flattered that a superstar like Chris Brown chose his girl to do a thing with. And I love men that see something like that and like say like what you said, like, yeah, okay. If you thought that was good, wait till we get back to the crib. I'm gonna put my hand around your throat like Lisa Ray likes it. All right, y'all. Coming up next, we are chatting with Grammy award-winning legend Dionne Warwick. Keep it locked. Don't worry, Lisa Ray. You ain't the only one here that likes that.
I know you like to be choked.
I do.
I know.
Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. Miss Dionne Warwick will be joining us shortly. We're just getting it together, the technology here. Okay. All right, y'all, switching gears. Karrueche Tran revealed the freedom that she experienced when she decided to cut her hair. Karrueche wrote, I feel like a weight has been lifted. I feel so free, and I honestly love it. She added, being able to release my hair in the ocean along with some of my dad's ashes was magical, a full circle moment, as my dad was also a hairstylist. Ladies, what are your thoughts? And have you ever done anything transformative? Let's start with you, Vivica.
Absolutely. I mean, most of the time when a woman goes through drastic measures like that, it's usually a breakup. You know, when a woman breaks up with a guy, that's what she does. I'm gonna, cut that man out and stuff like that for her. But that's a girl, she had inches. Damn, Karrueche, that's a lot. Now, I will say, now, girlfriends realize when you cut that hair, short hair is a lot of maintenance. It's a lot more than just throwing it back in a ponytail real quick. But she's a beautiful girl. She's got the cutest little face. She's got a good texture of hair. So I believe she's going to be able to work it. However, Karrueche, girl, if you need a wig, you just go to Vivica Fox Hair Collection, and I got you.
That was right on time, wasn't it, Viv?
Okay.
You know what's so funny? I've always thought to myself, at what age am I going to do the big chop off? You know what I mean? And I've said so much, I got a big forehead. So when I saw, Sade and Rihanna come out, I was like, yes, for the big forehead girls, But I'll be thinking, well, I can't cut my hair because I need my length to put a ponytail on, or I need my edges for my wigs or whatever, But everybody always say, you don't never wear your own hair anyway. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm a little jealous because there's so many people that have been cutting their hair and shaving their head to release, till I feel like, well, maybe I need to do that. And especially now while I'm going through this new season of my life, of a new normal with missing my mom, it's like maybe. And I know, Vivica, I can get me some wigs from you because I got a couple here in my closet now. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Correct. I cut my hair after my father died. You all remembered last year.
Yeah,
I cut my hair, but I also wrote a whole song called I Cut My Hair. And it's about that very, kind of situation where, you cut off all the negativity or the past things to try to start anew. But it's just hair. It'll grow back. And like Lisa Ray said, we be wearing wigs and stuff anyway, child. Don't nobody be studying no hair. I just throw some water in my hair and some gel and go about my business. So.
Yeah.
Being a business, we got some business to take care of, Vivica.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, okay, we she's here. She's here. Tonight, we are joined by legendary 5-time Grammy Award-winning artist whose musical career has touched all of our lives and many for 6 decades. Please welcome the one, the only, our queen, Miss Dionne Warwick. Yay!
Hello.
Hey, Miss Dionne.
Let's get right to it. So make sure I pronounce this. It's Bowie State, y'all, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you. I want to get it right. University will be honoring your legacy with the unveiling of its Performing Arts Center Theater, which will be named after you. How does it feel to receive such an honor?
Amazing, overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that you never really think would ever happen. As was with my school when they renamed my grammar school for me. It's something that you don't anticipate, but once it happens, it's very heart-wrenching. It really is. I'm thrilled.
Can I just have a sidebar real quick? Just to hear your voice.
Oh.
Like there's no voice, like it's unmistakable. And it's like you hear you talk and it just, my whole heart just exploded.
Oh, thank you,
We're
baby.
so honored that you were here, Dionne. I can't even tell you. We
Thank
love
you,
you
my
so
darling.
much.
Yeah, you are
Love you back. You know that.
I when I listen to you, how eloquent and soulful and just soft and mature that you are a real diva, what we know divas are supposed to have been back in the day. And yet you still grace us with this divaness, this elegance that we as the millennials and us, we just don't have it yet. You have it. Absolutely do. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to fan out too good. Okay.
Miss Dionne, all the things. I piggyback off of what the other lady said. But yes, you are such an icon. And people don't know this, but before we brought you in, your picture came up and we can see you. You're just radiating this smile and good energy. Like you feel over there feeling good and just happy. And like I'm smiling because I'm looking at you. And I just appreciate you being here. So let's get into this. It's only right that we take this time to give you your flowers and sing your praises for being
All right.
5-time Grammy Award-winning artist, selling over 100 million records worldwide. releasing classic hits like Walk On By and I Say a Little Prayer.
Yes.
And you're still going strong. Dionne, Miss
Yes.
Dionne, I can't just call you Dionne. Miss Dionne, what was one of the biggest lessons you have learned in your career?
Oh, the first thing I learned is it's not given. Okay. I earned it. And that's something that we all have to understand and realize that nothing is given. I've worked very, very hard at perfecting what I do. And the joy is seeing the joy I bring to people when I do my thing. So I think that probably is the best lesson I learned, is that it's not given. You have to earn it. And thank God he was on my side to let me do that.
You all the way over here on our side now. Outside of your historic musical career, we have to discuss your viral tweets on social media that you keep us entertained.
Heck yeah.
One of your tweets say, I am always tweeting while wearing a black vintage sequence gown as deep as blue. That's just one. Another one says, hi, Chance the Rapper. If you are very obviously a rapper, why do you put it in your stage name? I cannot stop thinking about this. So, how does it feel to be named the queen of Twitter by the younger generation?
It's wonderful. Yeah, I'm finding I'm making new friends. I'm having a lot of fun with them. They seem to be having a lot of fun with me. They love to laugh because I do too. I've let everybody know, and I'm telling you ladies this now, frowning gives you wrinkles. Smiling doesn't.
Right.
Smiling doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's what I get to my babies on Twitter. And I'm giving it to you, my babies, too.
Thank you.
Oh, we receive it. We receive it, Miss Dionne. Soror, Dionne, okay?
Yes.
Miss Dionne Warwick, you are the prime example of reinvention. And just to piggyback off of what Vivica said too, your voice, timeless. You know, as an entertainer, someone I've looked up to growing up as a singer. But when it comes to artistry, you have been the queen of reinvention. You just released a new single with Dolly Parton just now at this stage in your life and career. And it's called Peace Like a River. First of all, come on, Peace. Tell us about this collaboration and why is it so important to continue throughout your career, no matter how young, how old you are, to continue to reinvent yourself as an artist?
You know, I think just keeping up. You know, I have to stay up now.
Okay.
And let time go by.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Dolly sent the song to me, and I'm in throes now doing a gospel CD. And when I heard the song, I loved it. And I called her. I said, you know, this is wonderful. The timing couldn't have been better. And because I'm doing a CD of gospel music, can I use this as well? And she said, of course you can. I said, and I have a better idea, Dolly. Why don't we do this as a duet? And she felt, she said, yes, okay. So I flew to Nashville, we recorded, we did the video, and it's out. And I'm loving the fact that people are accepting it for what it is. It's a wonderful, inspirational song.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
You know what she said? She said she just called her up. See, that's what I want to have the number for.
Right. I'm just going to call Dolly Parton up and fly on to Nashville. And
I got a pitch for this. I've got an idea.
Right.
Yeah. I love it. So it's easy when you have people call you up. You can return the call, can't you?
I love it. Okay. So now speaking of collaborations, if there was anyone else besides Dolly in today's music genre, who would you work with?
You know, that has just been consummated. I have always, my favorite group in the entire world has always been Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hey.
Yes, God.
Yes, I spoke with Philip, and we have decided that we're going to finally do this. So we're going to be recording. I'm going to be my dream come true. Is recording with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I'd like two classics coming together. That's going to be
amazing,
fire, girl. That's going to be fire.
Yeah,
Besides that, what can the fans expect from you next?
Well, as I said, I'm doing a gospel CD.
Oh, good.
And I've got some powerhouses on that one with me too.
Can you tell us who?
Yeah, sure. Donnie McClurkin.
Oh.
Kirk Franklin's,
Yes.
BB and CeCe Winan.
Yes.
And I'm still recruiting. So
Okay.
it is
I
open.
know that's right.
Still going through your telephone book that you can call folks because you got the
That's
number.
right. Exactly right.
Well, we just, I can't even tell you. I mean, this is just, like I said, my heart is just bursting. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad that you're just enjoying this new chapter of life with Twitter and working with everybody, you know, being booked, busy, and blessed.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
I appreciate
Thank you
that.
for your presence, and we'll always support you whenever you want to come back and promote any project. Know that we're here.
And they are going, they're
Oh,
going,
what'd you say, Claudia?
they're going, I'm looking at the chat. They are going crazy for you. They said you are the queen of Twitter. You're so funny. My favorite. I love her. I love her. Yes, cheekbones.
Yes.
Please look at the comments, Mal. It's all love. They love you. And that's a reflection of what you've been putting out for all these years. So thank you.
I love it.
Glad you enjoyed. Thank
Welcome,
you.
darling. Coming up next is Queendom. And later we are catching up with another powerhouse singer, Latasha Scott Bivens. So darlings, don't you go nowhere. Stay tuned.
Terrific.
Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. We just had an amazing queen in here, honey. But now we have reached the part of the show where we talk about our relationships, the challenges we have faced in our lives, and how we have overcome them. Welcome to our Queendom. All right, now tonight's topic will focus on embracing your singleness if you are over the age of 40 and the importance of feeling fulfilled despite your age. This topic stemmed from Ask Tiffany T, who posted a video addressing young women who oftentimes label older women as lonely, honey, is what she said, just because they refuse to settle. So what's really tea, ladies? Are the people lonely because we're not out here selling? I gotta go to Lisa Ray first on this one, because Lisa Ray is one of the most is people in a relationship with a man that you will ever meet. Lisa Ray, is this cap, or what are these young women talking about? Please expound on this foolishness.
I can see that they're jealous because we look like this. You know what I mean? We are absolutely giving them a run for their money because you're supposed to be fine when you 25 and 30. Shit, we was, you know what I mean? And so we still are. So now these younger boys want to have us older women on their arms now, because not only can they get some good ass and some good cooking, but they get a good mindset, a mature mind that can be able to help them with some business stuff. So these girls got to rise to the occasion. Y'all better keep watching and thinking about Cocktails with Queens so you can learn yourself something.
I told y'all Lisa Ray gonna come with the fire on that one. Claudia, I see like 5,000 smirks. What is your take on this topic?
You know, if you're lucky, you will all reach our age as well. And I think it's such a weak, lazy read to say you're old. No, we're seasoned, we're vintage, we're classics.
And marinate.
Don't know they want a brand new Honda Civic, but they definitely will take a 20-year-old Bentley, you know, all day long. And let me tell you this, y'all might think we're lonely. That's not true. We choose our lives now. You don't think we can have any guy that we want? Young, old, your daddies want us still, trust and believe. So they do. They be in the inbox too. I'm just saying, like, to sit there and assume a woman is lonely because she's not married at a certain age. Maybe she's keeping her situation private. Maybe she knows what, through trial and error throughout her 20s and 30s, what she will and will not put up with. And, you know, a lot of these girls I see have relationships by any means necessary. It is not worth bragging if you're with someone that puts their hands on you, doesn't pour into you and make you feel good, that takes from you. Some people think having a man is such a prize and such an accomplishment that they will take anything just so they can say they're not by themselves. That is not winning, ladies. And it's unfortunately too many girls realize that when they're a lot older. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather protect my peace. And when you do keep yourself looking good into your 40s and 50s, you have your pick of the litter. Trust and believe, young ladies, the guys that you trying to get, they want us to. And their daddies.
Okay, and their cousins and uncles.
I said that.
Vivica, What is your take? I see smirks on your square.
Well, it's just like you said, it's like the go-to insult. Oh, don't nobody want you, you owe this and the third. Well, I'm going to tell you all something. I have had a wonderful time dating Vivica for like a little bit. I'm more successful than I've ever been. I'm happier than I've ever been. I have less arguments that if we want to wake up and go shopping at Chanel and spend whatever amount we want to spend, I ain't got nobody I got to answer to. In the morning, I ain't got nobody asking me, so what we going to do? What you cooking? What we going to eat? I can go and do whatever I like. So, you may call it lonely. I call it pleasure.
Well,
what about you?
Selena?
Well, I was going to say this, and this might be kind of a little left wing because I don't have, it's not something that is proof, but I was, browsing the internet like, how we do. And I saw this one psychologist and she was talking to this man and the man was like, single women live longer than women who are married. And I found that very interesting. And so I ain't gonna get all deep off into it, you know what I'm saying? Because I am married, I intend to live a very long time, but that was a very interesting analogy. And I can see where married women, we do have more stressors than women who are single in regards to relationships. However, I will say this from a woman who is 74 years old, sitting down the street from my house, okay? Miss Brenda L. Thompson, my mother. One of her most favorite lines that she always told me, and I know y'all all heard this from y'all mothers too. Keep living.
Hey.
It's just that simple. Coming up next, we're going to be catching up with our girl, Latasha Scott Bivens. So you don't want to miss that. Another married woman.
Welcome back, soulmates. Now, tonight we're joined by a extremely vocally gifted powerhouse singer of the multi-platinum selling group Escape. But first, let's take a look at her new video, Stay With Me.
When I think about all the times that you kept me when the world was so cold. It was so cold.
Now,
it was your grace that pulled me through at a time that I needed you most. And that's why I ask you to stay with me.
Wow. Please welcome Latasha Scott Bivens. Latasha, welcome.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Singing, girl.
Thanks for taking a moment from your busy schedule. You're on your tour bus right now.
Yes, I'm out here working, loving on people, being able to get out in front of folks and talk to them. And it's different, back in the day, we used to get on the tour bus and we go to radio stations and, we touch lives like that. And I just wanted to get back to that and promote this album that's coming out on Good Friday. So, it's just that.
Well, Latasha, you recently had a beautiful encounter with gospel legend, Pastor Shirley Caesar. Tell us about that moment and how she poured into you.
I mean, she just poured gems into me. She prayed for me. First of all, I needed it, just been going through a lot lately. And as she's talking to me, she is the pioneer. If y'all don't know nothing about Pastor Shirley Caesar, I grew up listening to her music. She's just been a trailblazer. And to have her bless my life and just talk to me. And she also talked to my mother, who was always a fan. It was just something big for me. I needed it. There were moments like that it helps you to get through. And I really needed it at that moment.
And that's good to have something like that before you get ready to embark upon a gospel album, being secular for all this time, because, it's very tough when you've been secular all these years. People are very critical. You know how it is, like, oh, now she want to do a gospel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've heard all of that.
What'd you say?
I said, I've heard all of that.
Girl. Listen,
like,
they hello, somebody. Most of us are. Yeah. But you've entered a new season in your life with the launch of your debut gospel album, and it's called The Invitation, A Conversation with God. Tell us about this project and what inspired you to transition in the first place with, what we just said, being the case. What made you be like, what, this is something I want to do, and I'm just going to do it.
Well, I always wanted to do music, any genre of music. I feel like when God gives you a gift, it's supposed to be shared. It's not supposed to be caged. And so I've always had that mindset. And at the same time, to be transparent, my sister and I were talking about doing music together. And what that would entail would be just us, the sisterhood, the gospel. We grew up in the church and just continuously using the gift. And things got kind of went downhill when we started to film. And when you talk about being an inspiration and doing inspirational music, you want to be evenly yoked. And at that time, I was like, nah, this is just not the place. And like Vivica said before, I heard you on the other interview, everybody not meant to go with you, and it could be family included. So I had to come to the realization, but this is something I always wanted to do. And life took a turn. It was different things for me. And I started to write about my experiences. As I'm writing these experiences, I'm like, Lord, this is something that I know you want me to do. There were no kinks in the road. There were no hiccups. It's something that's just happened organically. And I was so excited and surprised that going to the label to say, hey, I want ownership. I want to be able to do a partnership with this. And I got ownership. I actually signed myself to myself. And so many times as women and our counterparts get all of the accolades and the things of that sort. And now that I'm in this space, I can also help someone else. So it's just all an assignment that I have. And I'm heeding to that assignment from God. That's all.
So like you said, you were in a group. You were with the group Escape.
Yes.
What made you?
Am.
You still am. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Because I think a lot of people have that confused, So, but to do a solo album, that takes a lot of faith in oneself, to say, you know what, I know I'm in a group, but I got something I want to show you. Because I'm going to tell you, your voice was stunning. The video, the white, all of that. I mean, just truly mesmerizing. What made you say, I can do this?
Life. My people, my village, my family, friends. I went to the Stellar Awards last year, and a lot of people like, girl, how they're going to embrace you out there? You're going to go out there and think, when I tell you Karen Clark Sheard, the whole Clark sisters, Kim Burrell, Ty Tribbett, everybody was like, listen, this is you. Like, we know where you come from. You don't have to explain anything to us. And when you think about different genres of music and the people that come before me, like the Whitney Houstons and the Aretha Franklins, and even, when I think about Al Green and Ray Charles, they were able to do different genres of music. And they were the trailblazers. And I want to be mentioned within that. I don't want people to put me in a box. Don't set the bar for me. You can set your own bar. Don't set mine. But I've always known that this was something I wanted to do. And it just it took a turn for the best. I'll say that. And I just stepped out on faith, and I'm still walking on it.
With this new song that you have called Stay With Me, there was a part that really hit home for so many of your fans. I want you to take a look. Well, let me say this, girl, because something about me listening to that, it's resonating with me. It's your voice. It is the way that you are getting into it. Even though you have recorded this song and the video, you're still in it. When we were just looking at the video, I see you in your square and you're feeling it. And I want to say that with anybody's journey, it has to be mistakes and things that you have made and things you've gone through. What you are saying through your music is that you have lived and that you are living and that you release and you are anointed and that you know what you want because you are empowered with what you want to do and what choices that you and your God on your journey has allowed you to be able to do. So I say be free, be in control, be able to love you and look in that mirror. And if you are happy with you and your family, which you're married is because they say when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. If that is evenly yoked and you feel good about the decisions that you make, carry on, carry on.
Lisa Ray done took us to church.
Okay, amen.
That song, honey, that song that brought out a whole sermon.
I mean, because you can feel it. You can feel
Yes.
the gentleness. You can
Stay with
feel,
me.
and I don't even want to say the begging, but you can feel the you are actually calling upon them. Just come upon my life. Just I need you. I need you to stay with me. I need you to be with me, be around me, surround me, uplift me. I feel it. I'm buying it. I am a fan. Your voice was something about when y'all go to church, you take us to church. And I say thank you and amen to you, sister. Serious.
Listen, thank you. When I tell you that this music has been therapy for me, you know, when I speak from my heart, I've gone in and write things. And I'm not saying it's been easy to do, because sometimes you can't even talk about things that are going on. It's been easy for me to write it. And so I know that even with my journey, I'll touch somebody else's life, because sometimes the lessons are not just for us, it's for other people. So I want to be that person. But yeah, that comes from my heart. That's just me asking God to stay with me as long as he don't leave. I don't care about folks.
Say it.
I'm saying it's critics out there, but it's the creator for me. So it's just that.
Latasha, we've all seen, like, there's been a lot of critical talk, and I wondered about your mental health, like how it must feel, because I know how I'm affected when I see stuff. And I spent time with you doing a play, and we've had long conversations, and you know, I feel for that. So speaking of mistakes, do you feel like there's a misconception of who Latasha Scott is at times? And what would you like to say to that? Because does it get frustrating when PR people say, take the higher ground, don't say anything, be quiet, just let, I'd be like, F that, I want to say my truth.
Yeah, I've been quiet for a long time. And I think the misconception for me is that I'm a mean girl or that I'm a thief. You know, even with this $30,000 allegation from my sister, of which I've always wanted clarity since day one. I've called, I've reached out, I've sent voice messages, like to try to get clarity, because you're talking about something that happened 10 years ago that I know nothing of. And I'm finding out in seeing. So my thing is was this for a storyline or is this real life? Because in real life, me and my sister, we talk. And you're talking about 10 years ago, and I'm calling you. And if somebody accuses you of something, they should be able to talk to you about it. It's not even about the $30,000. It's about having my sister back. Like, I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, you need to talk to me. I don't want to hear from somebody. You're talking to everybody else outside of me. Talk to me.
Word.
I'm your sister.
And let me tell you something, you keep saying that. You keep reaching for her, because I had something like that happen too. And I had people around me that said, you know what? If you getting up with her on your heart and her on your mind, you get up and you call her. So it don't matter who's the biggest sister, the older sister, or what. That's your sister, that's your family, that's your blood. Get it together. Get it together.
I'm trying, man. I'm going to keep doing it.
So you said it here first. You said it on Cocktails with Queens that it's not true and it's fake news.
It is.
And you would give it all to have your sister back. You want your sister back.
And the thing is, the cameras are off now, so she need to talk to me. Ain't no camera rolling. So let's talk. That's family. So yeah.
I hope you're able to do that, because you do look hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things happen, and just know, sweetheart, that they're all about chapters to make you a stronger woman, to be a better performance. If you didn't go through something, you didn't have nothing to sing about. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, this is what people don't understand when it comes to our lives and what we go through in the different chapters. It's good times, it's bad times. And like I told y'all, it's about choices. And sometimes those choices you got to make are with friends, family, professional people, but they're about choices. And what I can hear from you now is that you choosing family, and you choosing family first. God bless you, sister.
Yeah.
Stay to your truth, okay?
We love you too. We
Love
support
you, all right?
you. We're behind
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Yes,
But it's communication and transparency is the best. Because even you may not like the answers you hear sometimes. If you know the truth, you can go from there.
Latasha, is there anything you want to say before we let you go to address the world, or just tell them to listen to the song? Because the song got me in my feelings.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
No, I thank them for just the support throughout the years. I mean, this has been a roller coaster ride. This has been something that's been on my heart to sing about. And I just hope that people embrace it, because there's a message there. There's hurt there, but there's also coming through there. So that's just it. And I thank y'all for this platform for me to be able to have my voice heard. And I thank y'all. That's it. Thank y'all.
Come back anytime.
You're welcome, beautiful queen.
Well, thank you so much, Latasha, for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know it's been a tough few weeks for you, so we extra appreciate that. Coming up next, we're discussing how 21 Jump Street changed Ye's views On the Jews. Oh, we talking about him again. All right, y'all, stick around. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. I just want to say real quick, I know some of the people in the chat, like they want it to be a messy interview, but this is not that kind of show. This is Cocktails with the Queens. So what we do is we like to hear both sides of stories, and we like to give people a voice and give fellow queens a chance to speak what's on their heart. And that's what makes us different. Now, there are plenty of shows where you can get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of some of that. But right here on Monday nights on Cocktails with Queens, we're going to be respectful. We're going to open up our platform to other Black women that have a thing to say or they want to tell their story. And there's nothing wrong with that. In this world that we're in right now, with all the nonsense that's going on and the constant negativity, be happy that there's a place that wants to have that kind of environment where people can feel safe when they come here. That's all I want to say about that. I'm not looking at y'all right now in your comments. All right, y'all. Oh, wait, now I got to talk about Kanye and seem fake. Damn it.
Damn.
I got kicked all the way
They
off.
pulled us back in, Claudia, just when we was out.
Just
I didn't pick this.
positive.
Okay, I got to report the news. It's in my script. Okay, now Kanye, yeah, he has a newfound respect for Jewish people after watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. Ye wrote, watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. He continued, no Christian can be labeled anti-Semitic knowing Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. Queens, this man questioned the Holocaust, said so many offensive things, and saying watching 21 Jump Street is what did it. Someone go, Selena. I can't.
First of all,
I cannot.
To say it made me like Jews again,
Ugh.
guys, I got to tell you, if that's not mental illness, I don't know what is. So I don't have much to say on that. To say it made me like Jews again is weird. Does that mean you hated them all your life? Like, what does that mean? I don't understand the purpose of the statement. And I think you were actually being funny about it because you were like being a jerk about it, because to say I watched 21 Jump Street and that's what made me like it, you had to be joking. I'm just going to pretend like he was joking.
Yeah,
that's my job. I'm sticking to that. That's my story. He was joking.
The meltdown is real. You know what I mean? And I think that we need to let him clown and say what he needs to say so he can realize just how much he said, so he can really get some help. Because I feel that, we be talking about him a lot. You know what I mean? And I don't really care to. I don't care to shed any light on the buffoonery in which he's putting out there. Because even this story, the 21 Jump Street, come on now, it's silly, and it has to stop. And I just don't know. Even reporting on it, I don't think that's gonna help him none. I think what we really need to do is rally around for him and say, hey, get some help, get some help. That's what we need to do.
Not the chant.
Okay.
Get some help.
Vivica, I would love to hear what's on your mind.
She's in a nightmare.
Again.
Stumped.
I'm not going to be mean. I don't even feel like being mean. We've had such a beautiful show finishing out Women's History Month with Queens, Dionne Warwick, and Latasha. I don't feel like being mean, so no comment.
Okay. All right, that's what I like too. So let's hit it.
I'm not mad at that. All right, ladies, get into this fantasy gone wrong. A Texas man is facing a manslaughter charge after confessing to choking his girlfriend to death while the two were having sex. Now, Jerron Thomas allegedly told officials that he was engaged in erotic asphyxiation with his girlfriend when she became unresponsive. For those that don't know what that means, it means a sex act that involves intentionally cutting off air to the brain through choking to increase sexual arousal. We kind of joked about this earlier in our own lives. What are your thoughts on the story, Lisa Ray?
How did I know that you was gonna come to me? But I feel like this, a little bit of whatever it is that you like, you shouldn't go too far with it, period. You know what I mean? And I think that, how much was he not into it to see that she was unresponsive? I mean, when you that, and then after a while you see nothing, come on now, you down looking at me. You're looking at me. So I don't understand. I mean, and I'm not saying by any means that this was actually, he's guilty of, trying to kill her. I think that that's not it at all. I don't even know how they're going to really sentence him, because if you're having sex and this is your girlfriend, and of course there was some love there, or some lust or like, at least, for him to say, I didn't mean to do this. So I'm interested to see how this actually plays out with his sentence.
Selena?
Sounds good. But sir, you killed her. So probably you're going to jail. And nobody in the court of law is gonna say, oh, it was an accident. Even people that actually do have accidents in killing people actually go to jail. So you're probably gonna go to jail, and it's just very unfortunate. And I have to agree with Lisa Ray. You are looking at her. You're not crazy. You do see that she can't be enjoying it. So, I just think it's nuts. And I don't think that, I just don't buy the whole, it was an.
Let's get Vivica's
I just wrote now. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna make it real quick. When we're doing the freaky dicky, we need to tap out. Just tap out. We got to have a signal. If y'all gonna do the freaky dicky, because I can't stop y'all from being freaky dicky, but we need a tap out signal.
That's right. Just don't do it too hard. Okay, anyway, special thanks to Dionne Warwick and Latasha Scott for hanging out with us. And thanks for watching us on YouTube. Please watch the repeat tomorrow and like the show. And stay tuned for Brutally Honest with the Jasmine brand. Y'all be safe.
Don't get choked out.